continues to break new ground in the number of COVID-19 cases. The latest study from Johns Hopkins University finds there are more than 600,000 confirmed cases. More than 26,000 people have died from the virus. But the better news is more than 48,000 have recovered from the coronavirus. We continue to get new information on these numbers, and you can find that throughout the day, updated constantly at WTHR.com. Meantime, President Trump is cutting off millions of dollars in aid to the World Health Organization. He's blaming the agency for making the coronavirus crisis worse. NBC's Tracy Potts takes a closer look at that, plus the plan to reopen America for business and when you can get your stimulus check.
Millions on hold. President Trump claims the World Health Organization did not warn early enough about COVID-19.
Barely mismanaging and covering up the spread of the coronavirus. The WHO failed in this basic duty and must be held accountable.
Critics accuse him of passing the buck.
Cutting back funding to the WHO in the midst of a global pandemic is nothing short of insanity.
The U.S. provides 15% of WHO's budget, nearly $60 million, plus more for special projects. It comes as the Washington Post reveals draft guidance from the CDC and the Federal Emergency Management Agency on reopening schools, childcare, summer camps, churches, and restaurants by May 1st.
The day will be very close because certain states, as you know, are in much different condition and in a much different place than other states.
The president now pushing a phased-in approach with different dates for each state, backing off his claim of total authority.
The best way, I'm talking now from a managerial standpoint, is to let individual governors run individual states and come to us if they have difficulty, and we will help them.
He's set to teleconference with governors tomorrow.
The states seem to have their act together much more than the administration.
Meantime, stimulus checks for 80 million Americans are expected to hit bank accounts today. And those paper checks going out next month will include the president's name. He said he wouldn't sign them, but the Treasury Department confirms they're putting his name on the memo line. Critics say the president's trying to claim credit for money that Congress approved during an election year. Tracy Potts, NBC News.
And there are now 2 House Democrats in Washington who have introduced legislation to give millions of Americans even more money during this pandemic. We're talking about $2,000 a month. This proposal would see to it that every American 16 and older making less than $130,000 a year would receive at least $2,000 per month. Married couples earning less than $260,000 would receive $4,000 a month. Those who are unemployed would be eligible too. And the IRS has launched a website that allows you to actually track the status of your stimulus check, which is going out in the mail or is being deposited directly into your account. We did put a link to this for you at WTHR.com. And here in Indiana, Governor Holcomb says social distancing is working to help flatten the curve. We'll get more details from him later on this afternoon around 2:30, which you can remember watch live right here on Channel 13. The governor also says this week is a crucial one to decide what will happen next. He says he would revisit the stay-at-home order this week since that's set to expire on Monday. Meanwhile, Congressman Trey Hollingsworth described more Americans losing their lives to the virus as the lesser of 2 evils compared to economic disaster. During a recent radio interview with WIBC, Hollingsworth says he appreciates what scientists are telling them about the virus, but that it's time to get people back to work because it's the best decision.
It is policymakers' decision to put on our big boy and big girl pants and say this is the lesser of these 2 evils, and it is not zero evil, but it is the lesser of these evils, and we intend to move forward that direction.
We reached out to Hollingsworth for further comment. A statement from his office says, quote, "We can use the best of biology and economics to enable as much of the economy to operate as possible while we work to minimize disease transmission." A plane carrying coronavirus testing kits from South Korea is now leaving for the U.S. today. President Trump made this request to South Korea's president back on March 25th after the U.S. was dealing with a fast-growing outbreak. South Korean companies have previously shipped test kits to U.S. cities, including Los Angeles, but this is the first major order from the federal government. Time right now is 12:05. Our 13 Investigates unit has been talking with the Indiana Black Caucus, and they say African Americans make up 20% of Indiana's COVID-19 deaths, while making up just 9.8% of the state's population. They cited several reasons for these numbers, including lack of access to health care, no health insurance, and a systemic bias in the healthcare system. The group listed 8 recommendations it was sending to Governor Holcomb and the state health commissioner in order to fix this issue.